Hey everybody, it is nostalgia time once again, and in our last episode we took a look at different Acer OEM installs from various time periods. One with XP, one with Vista, two with 7, and the other two with Windows 8. So in this episode we're going to be taking a look at a pair of Windows 7 and Windows Vista Acer installations. In this case, we have just a standard Acer copy of Vista. Well, I don't know what model it's for. We also have the Acer Aspire 6930, the Aspire 1722, and the Acer Aspire 5532. The 5532 and 722 came with Windows 7, and the other copy and the 6930 all came with Windows Vista. So the Vistas are already ready to go, so let's get the Aspire 1 started. We're going to restore the entire operating system to the factory defaults. And we'll start the Vista setup. And this is ready to go. So we'll get that started. And this will be in English. We're going to restore the operating system. And this has found the blank hard drive. So now we will let that get started. So waiting for disk 1. But in the meantime, all the restores are off and running. Alright, so during that footage, several things happened. The two Windows Vista virtual machines had an IRQL not less or equal blue screen even when I tried loading them into safe mode, and I could not get the restore to start with the 64-bit Windows Vista installation disk. However, that one is Service Pack 2, and those two are either RTM or Service Pack 1. I also noticed that the 4410 is something that we did a while back. So, now we're left with these three. The Aspire 1 722 is nearing the end of the setup. In fact, I'll just go ahead and send this one to the out-of-box experience like the 5532 is at now. So I'm going to end the launch tool so I can get the button to end task. There we go, got it. And now to launch the out-of-box experience, which we will go through on the 5532 right now. And this is in English, I can tell. So we'll call this Aspire 5532. And this is RTM of Windows 7 with no service packs. We'll use recommended settings. This is the central time zone. This is a home network. And now the 5532 is off to the desktop. And I'm now putting the Acer Aspire 1 to its desktop as well, which is running Service Pack 1 of Windows 7 Starter, which, as I've mentioned many times before, only comes in a 32-bit edition. And you can tell this is actually Acer's newer scheme when compared to this one here. Let's set the two login screens side by side. Let's put them both side by side. The 722 actually has the newer logo, and then the 5532 actually has an older one. So this machine was one of many that still came with Windows 7, even though Windows 8 was just released. Or Windows 8 was just about to release. But anyway, we'll go ahead and set this one up now. And like before, we'll put our name in, and I'll name this one Aspire 1 722. Skip the password, and this is, as I expected, Service Pack 1. We'll leave the time zone as it is. We'll put this on the home network, and now both of these machines are on their way to the desktop. Alright, so there is the 5532 registration card, and there is the background. And I'm going to end the launch tool on this copy of 7. And there we go. Now both of them are at the desktop, respectively. So, let's start with the Aspire 1 722, which again is the most plain copy of Windows you'll see, because this is 7's starter and it doesn't come with anything much. So it comes with Adobe Reader 10, Office 2010. It's got all the live essentials preloaded. There's all the Windows 7 accessories and maintenance tools. And here's all the games it comes with. I've always been wondering what this skip boat was, and I want to try it. And there's the user guide. Here's Acer's recovery tools. The Aegis Tech WinLocker. There's McAfee. There's Silverlight. There's News Expresso, Norton's Backup, the Skype installer, the remainder of Live Essentials, and that's really about it. In fact, Skype is actually already on the system. So essentially they preloaded Skype. They didn't include an installer package. They just went ahead and included it already installed. If I open up the properties, I'll show you that this is 7's Starter Service Pack 1. Again, 3 days to automatic activation. So that's really about all there is to see on that one. Now let's head over to the 5532. In fact, I remember seeing this laptop in a video one time. It looks familiar. And these programs do look familiar as well. There's NTI Media Maker 8. There's that Netflix program. It comes with a 60-day trial of Office 2007. So got McAfee, Adobe Reader 9. And I just saw Live Essentials get installed. And nothing in the startup folder. Here's Media Maker 8, backup now at 5. The trial of Office 2007. Here's all the games it comes with. Ooh, it's even got Wheel of Fortune 2 preloaded. The HP laptop I have from 2008 actually did come with Wheel of Fortune 2 preloaded. Well, one of the games that were selected by the manufacturer. And here are the remaining programs, including the Grid Vista, which I don't think is even necessary now because Windows 7 has that snap interface, which is still used today. I actually want to try that Scrabble game. So I want to see if I can load it before it closes my start menu again. So I actually want to see what Scrabble is. But we can go to my games. It's got Chuzzle on here too. And we can just use this to scroll through all of them. Here's Skip Bow. We'll agree to the Waltanget terms and conditions. Enjoy playing your free game session. It's a full version. You can play for as long as you want. I like that Waltanget allows that. So now we'll just wait for the game to load. And it's made by Real Arcade. I like the wavy sound effects. Developed by Production Studios. Skip-Bo Castaway Caper. Copyright 2008, Mattel Incorporated. But we, on the other hand, are done with this copy of 7 Starter. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn that off. And Recovery Disk 3 is ready. And just like on that HP, we can play for as long as we want. It's essentially the crossword game that you all know and love from back in the day. We're actually going to play a classic game. However, I don't know where my tiles are. I don't even know if I'm going to get to see them because this Acer thing is in the way. And I don't think I can hit close on it either. Oh, I can hit close. There's my tiles. So, really it's what it is. You just use your tiles. To make up a word. But yeah, I'm not going to play a full game of Scrabble, but basically it is what it is. So, let's me in the game now. Alright, and now let's see if any custom screensavers or backgrounds are included. And I see there is a custom screensaver along with the background. This is that same screensaver we saw the first time we started taking a look at all these Acer installs. So, nothing special to see there. But let's see what the custom background selections are. It's essentially the same computer, and it's just like the photos we see in the screensaver. So yeah, that's that installation. So we'll let that shut down. And that then leaves the AX 1930. So we'll just wait for that to finish, and then that will be it. Alright, so there we go. I have sent the last Acer to its out-of-box experience, even though, again, the cleanup is just about done, but it doesn't matter. So this desktop computer actually came out of Canada, which is interesting, but I'm going to change the settings to United States. So, and we'll name this Aspire AX1930, because that's a desktop computer. We will skip the password. This is 7 Home Premium Service Pack 1. That's from Acer. These recommended settings. It's set to Eastern Time by default, but we're going to switch it to Central Time. And we're going to move the clock back an hour. Go to the home network. Setup will continue after restarting your computer. And here we are at the desktop at the end of the out-of-box. So, here it is. This is 7 Home Premium Service Pack 1. Now, before we take a look at any programs, let's show you that this is Home Premium. There it is right there with Acer's updated logo, and it thinks it's an IHW. I find that interesting. Anyway, let's go to personalize, and I also want to see what kind of gadgets it comes with as well. Well, we'll take a look at that. So, looks like it doesn't come with any backgrounds by default. That, or it didn't set it upon the completion of the installation. But let's see. Yeah, so we do have some custom Acer wallpapers. I'll move the thing over so you can see. Here's another one. And then here is yet another one. Let's do this one. And then we gotta hit save changes. And it looks like it does come with a screensaver. So let's see what that looks like. So a very familiar Acer animation, and basically shows the same wallpapers that we just saw, and it does that in a loop. Now let's look at the programs. So it comes with Adobe Reader 10, Office 2010, and there's the Lab Essentials. It also has Skype entirely installed. Norton, it's got Nero version 10. It's got Silverlight. It has McAfee entirely. There's the maintenance tool, and here's all the games it comes with. It's even got Dora. It's got Dora's World Adventure preloaded. Build a Lot 4 Power Source, and then there's Bejeweled. So these are the games it comes with, including the ones from Windows 7 by default. There's the ClearFi, which we saw in that other machine. So yeah, that's really what this comes with. And there's the WinLocker. So this is actually what the Acer registration card looks like with the new logo and everything. So yeah, we'll skip that. With that said, that is gonna be it for this episode. We got a lot more Acers to take a look at, and we will do that next time. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.